The Batman 2022 Complete Review. Hey everyone, and we're back again with another movie review on True Interest. The Batman movie is highly exciting for all Batman fans out there, and that's why we've brought the complete review of the film. Let's dive into the video to know. The Batman 2021 movie advanced screening review is out there, and it's all after a person shared some key information on the direction of the DC films. A YouTuber also confirmed awaiting information on the Batman movie and its release. After getting delayed twice because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Batman 2022, being the new project, was helmed by Matt Reeves and is expected to be different from the other films with DCEU. The advanced screener of the film is 3 hours and described the movie to be a horror film. This is the first time in the modern era that DC will step outside the superhero norm of using CGI effects in stopping enemies. The film was said to be dark, scary, and graphic, with Edward Nashton and Riddler being portrayed by Paul Dano that steals the show. In 2022, Batman is bringing the madness to the big screen in a unique way. The film portrays a brutal truth to Batman, which sometimes is overshadowed by the thing that he is the most famous superhero in the world. The mythology surrounding the damaged psyche of Batman has been well trodden in the comics, which have been there since the release of The Dark Knight's Return in 1986 by Frank Miller. However, filmmakers only have recently begun to delve into the important psychological issues driving Bruce Wayne. As audiences expect darker films of Batman, we wonder if we've all reached some point to accept that Batman is not the ideal option for Bruce Wayne ever. Whether you're a fan of Batman or not, one thing that everyone knows is that Bruce Wayne started when his parents got killed in the streets by some mugger. This tragedy is accepted as the inspiration behind the character. But it's not only the death of Bruce's parents that qualifies him as Batman. That origin story isn't what distinguishes the character, it's the fact that he has never dealt with it. One common criticism leveled at Batman is the number of times we've seen Bruce Wayne die. Is it really necessary to see Martha and Thomas writhing in the alley again? The number of Waynes in Tim Burton's Batman eventually gives birth to both The Joker by Jack Nicholson and The Batman by Michael Keaton. They were caught in the cycle of creation to death, dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight, which is the central theme of Batman movies. In the neo-noir Gotham of Burton, the death of Bruce Wayne is a supernatural incantation. Even when not in costume, both Jack Napier and Bruce Wayne are haunted by imagery in association with a clown and a bat, making both the Joker and the Batman appear to be avatars for some force from another world. While it's partly for comic effect, Bruce Wayne sleeping in an upside-down position like a bat gives him a supernatural aura, just like it does the grin of a Joker being a physical disfigurement, separating him from his makeup to green hair. They're possessed men. This idea of psychological possession that also appears in Batman comics. To draw on the greatness and loyalty of Grant Morrison, Batman R.I.P. in 2008 explores the concept. In this story of Morrison, Bruce Wayne snaps and then retreats into having a backup personality that was created by him for himself named Zur-En-Arrh, who takes over his entire being and becoming someone distinct from Bruce Wayne. Thomas Wayne's final words shape the transformation of Bruce into Batman in The Batman Begins by Christopher Nolan. The final words by Thomas in this iteration were, "Don't be afraid." As a result, overcoming fear became the driving and inspirational force behind the arc of Batman throughout the film trilogy. Bruce Wayne got driven to confront his fears of chaos, escalation, and not being able to leave his legacy. The portrayal of Bale is one of the more consistent in live-action films. The most valuable legacy his father left Bruce Wayne was not money, but coping skills, a way out and a way to get better. Indeed, Nolan's Wayne is so successful at overcoming his fear that he has to relinquish his role as Batman during the ending of The Dark Knight Rises. Many Batman movies have looked into Bruce's sanity, but Matt Reeves' The Batman does have a chance to go all the way. Just by looking at the teaser trailer from last year, it's clear that something isn't quite right with Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. There's no clean-cut public persona, only a disheveled, raccoon-eyed trust fund baby with a history of a penchant for violence and mental instability. The inclusion of Nirvana's Something in the Way in the teaser feels significant. It's more than just a grudge aesthetic, it's a Batman parody. In a similar way, the Joker of Todd Phillips elevated the clown prince of crime beyond the realm of a comic book villain. Pattinson and Reeves have had the opportunity to give us a Batman who is fully committed to portraying the character as mentally ill. We keep coming back to Batman no matter how insane he is. Yes, perhaps it's because he's supremely human and lacks the powers of the rest of his Justice League's colleagues. Or maybe it's because he's painfully human and all of us who struggle to deal with the racket in our heads and find a healthy outlet can relate to a character who is doing the same, even if he frequently fails. So that brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.